to origin of South African English language. South Africa, we know that South Africa is famous for several. So this is the map of South Africa and Cape Town and South Africa. How, our concern, how English language went to South Africa. Actually, the Dutch colonists arrived in Cape Town in 1652. So in map, you see, this is Cape Town. So this is not the English people. This is the Dutch people that went to Cape Town. British arrived in 1795 during the Napoleon Wars. British colony established in 1806. One thing we should discuss in this class, that is British, Dutch, Spanish, French, all are the, even the Italian, all are the sea voyagers. They spread it the other parts of this world in terms of investigation, in terms of exploration, in terms of cultivation, in terms of doing business. But this is only British who had the idea that they went there to another motive in their mind, that is, they wanted to establish their colony. That the British people, the French, the other people, French, they fought a little bit, and for this reason, they took in confrontation with the British people. But the way the British people thought, that is a very much convenient to establish the colony to the overseas region. And that is South Africa is an example. So this is in the South Africa, the Dutch people went there first. That is nearly 120 years earlier to the British colonies. But the British people established their colony in 1806. Okay, so a policy of this settlement began in 1820. Some 5,000 British were given land in the Eastern Cape Town. Okay, so the settlement that was signed in between the British government and the South African government, and 5,000 British settlers were given a land to live in this area in Cape Town. An English language made the official language in 1822 to anglicize the large Afrikaans-speaking population. So in South Africa, most of the people in their regional language, that is the African, South African language. But English became the official language in 1822. And after 1822, English became the language of law, education, and the most other aspects of the public life. The further British settlers, settlement followed in 1860, 1840 decades to 1850 decades, and especially in Natal, coastal South African province is known for its beaches and mountains. That is the Natal they established. Massive numbers of Europeans came for the gold and the diamonds areas in this, in the with water stand, water swept. Actually, when we speak about Africa, we naturally one thing comes in our mind, that Africa is famous for the gold and the diamonds. You might most probably have watched many movies, that is the Black Diamonds. Here you see that the African continent is famous for gold and diamond mines. Diamond naturally it is collected from the sea area, and gold is collected from the mine. Anyway, so many Europeans were attracted by the African gold and mines, African gold mines and the diamonds, and they went there and established their colony and the settlements in 1870 decades. Nearly 500,000 immigrants, many of them English speaking, arrived in the country during the last quarter of the 19th century. So the immigrants, they went there, half of them, they were English speaking people. And you see that with Watersrand, this is a 56-kilometer long north-facing stretch in South Africa. It consists of a hard erosion-resistant rock with which several north-flowing rivers from waterfalls, which accounts for the name Witwatersrand, meaning the rich of the white waters in Afrikaans. So Afrikaans is the regional language. So this area, in Bangladesh, we have Coral Island, Saint Martin. In the same way, in South Africa, we see Witwatersrand. It is famous for the white water and especially the sea beach areas. Especially Napoleon War is very much related to the history of Africa. A series of major conflicts by the French Empire and its allies by the Napoleon I against the fluctuating array of the Europe, financed and led by the United Kingdom, produced a brief period of French domination over most of the Europe. So Napoleon Bonaparte dominated the most part of Europe. But Great Britain and France fought for European supremacy and treated weaker powers heavy-handedly. So in case of France, the Napoleon Bonaparte and the Great Britain, they had been fighting for the European supremacy. And it is Napoleon Bonaparte who occupied most part of Europe. After the French Revolution, Napoleon Bonaparte became powerful and involved into 5 conflicts: the Third Coalition, the Fourth, the Fifth, the Sixth, and the Seventh. But Napoleon never invaded the UK because of the British military power. The British had the strong military power. For this reason, Napoleon didn't try to invade UK. The United States attempted to remain neutral during the Napoleon period, but eventually became embroiled to the European conflict and leading to the war to 1812 against Great Britain. Napoleon's motto, liberty and the public order. Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated by the 2 of the armies of the Seventh Coalition, an Anglo-led allied army under the command of the Duke of the Wellington and the Prussian army under the command of the Gebhard Leverich von Butcher. So Napoleon Bonaparte, his power was diminished by these 2 groups, especially the Seventh Coalition. And here, the English language history of the region, African continent, has many strands. A certain amount of the regional dialects variation among the different groups of the British settlers, with the speech of the London area prominent in the Cape. So we see that in the Cape Town area, most of the settlers went there because it is the beach area, the mountain area. And this beach area, this area is famous for the gold mines and the diamonds, and most people went over there. But among the settlers, just like the New Zealand, the people we see, many of them are the British settlers. And the Midland and the Northern British species strongly represented in Natal. Natal, another sea beach. Successively, a homogeneous accent emerged, similar to the accent of Australia, and settled during this period. In addition, English, second language by the African speakers. In Bangladesh, English is not the second language. But in Africa, English is their second language. Many Dutch colonists accepted English language. On the Great Trek of 1836, they moved north to escape the British rule. This is the Great Trek, especially starting in 1836 in the Southern Africa. A mass migration of the Dutch-speaking inhabitants of the British-run Cape Colony to left the Cape, traveled eastward interior of the continent to live beyond the reach of the British colonial administration. So this is the southern part. This is the Cape Town. So in the Great Trek in 1836, The people, especially who had been speaking in the South African language, and especially the Dutch colonies, the Dutch origin, they left this area and went to the interior part of the Africa. So this area became the English prominent area. So in that trade, the African, a variety of English also developed, is spoken by the black population, learned in the mission school, and was influenced by the various language background of the speakers. In addition, English was used in Africans and the ethnically mixed background immigrants from India, brought to the country from 1860. So this is the origin of African English. So English, a minority language in South Africa, currently spoken as the first language only about 3.7 million in 2002 population over 43.7 million. So this is the first language. So nearly below 5% people of Africa, they speak in English. Afrikaans language given official status in 1925. That is Afrikaans. This is the name of their language. This language became the official status, got the official status, just like Bangladesh. The Bangla has the official status, the state language. The first language of the majority of the whites, which those in power and symbol of Afrikaans background. The first language of the most of the colored population. The English language used by the remaining whites of the British background and by increasing numbers of the 7% majority black populations. So this is the variation of South African English. So thus a linguistics political division resulted South African apartheid society. Again, there is another. So Africa is also famous for gold and diamond, and it is also famous for racism. Here, there is a very strict racial complexities are there that is called apartheid. So that is the racial division in African people between the black and the white people. The white people use the different school, use different marketplace, use different vehicles, and the black people is also use the different vehicles. So everywhere there is a division, and such kind of division is called apartheid division, that is in Africa. So again, so the linguistics political division, that is also prominent in it. So African perceived by the black majority as the language of the authority and repression. English perceived by the Africans government as a language of protest and self-determination. Many blacks saw English as a means of achieving an international voice and uniting themselves with other black communities. So in case of Africa, there are several varieties of their attitude towards the English language. Some people say the English is the language of oppression, and some people say that English is the language with which they can communicate with the other black people living in the other parts of the world. So English might be a language of union in case of several black people living in African continent. So history of the African language. So African language, it is a Creole language evolved during the 19th century under the colonialism in South Africa. A simplified Creolized language, roots in Dutch, mixed with the seafarer variants of Malay, Portuguese, Indonesian, and the indigenous Holeko and the San language. So the Afrikaans language that is used by the most people of Africa, that is the mixture of several languages, Malay, Portuguese, Indonesia. Africans have become increasingly bilingual with fluent command of an English resembles the British English. African politicians give public statements in English. Seen on world television illustrates this ability. As a result, accents are strongly influenced by the Africans, very close to British received pronunciation. So that is the history of African English. The 1993 Constitution names 11 languages as official, included English and Afrikaans in an effort to enhance the status of the country's indigenous language. So Africa did a very interesting thing in their history, that in the constitution they put 11 languages as their state language. That is a very ambitious multilingual policy, state language policy of their country. However, English will continue to be an important lingua franca. Enthusiasm for the language continues to grow among the Black population. And in 1903, government surveys among Black parents demonstrated an overwhelming choice of English as the preferred language in which children should receive their education. So in the South African Parliament in 1994, English language continued to dominate the proceedings with 87% of all speeches being made in English. So in African English, South African English, South Africa was first visited by the Dutch, but British next time occupied Cape Town and they established their colony in 1840. After that, many people spread it in this area, and many immigrants went to Cape Town, especially for the South African gold mines and diamonds. And they established over there, and half of the immigrants, they had the English language. But the African people had been speaking with a local language. Their language is called African language. It's not a complete language. It's a mixture of several languages. It is a Creole language of several languages, Malay, Portuguese, Spanish, and others. So in 1993, in order to accommodate all language in African Parliament, they established 11 language official order, and they tried to establish the 11 language as the state language. That was also a highly ambitious language, but there was an investigation that was established in 1994 that most of the Black people, they wanted that their children might be learning English language in order to achieve their education. So this is the history. But in Parliament also in 1994, that 87% proceeding that was done in English language, apart from the other 10 languages used as the state language of South Africa. So thank you very much. That is the